The new policy shrinks potential nuclear targets in the United States. It's an attempt to use remaining nukes as a deterrent rather than a threat. Despite the changes, the same potential preemptive strategy remains. The policy still reserves the right to use nuclear weapons first, even against non-nuclear nations.
We will cooperate with partners worldwide to prevent nuclear proliferation and nuclear terrorism. Under President Obama's leadership, we worked to advance that agenda, beginning with last year's UN Security Council summit and the President's speech in Prague.
For the first time, nations that comply with nuclear non-proliferation agreements who attack the U.S. with chemical or biological weapons would not face a nuclear attack from the U.S. But President Obama has warned that an aggressive, large-scale conventional attack could still be imminent.
This is reconfiguring our posture into one that can lead down the road to eliminate, eventually, the nuclear threat.
This is the first revamp of the policy called the Nuclear Posture Review since the Bush administration, made shortly after the 9/11 attacks. It offers a friendlier approach to nations that comply with nuclear non-proliferation agreements, and it also adds precautions against accidental nuclear launches. The Department of Defense wants almost $5 billion to invest and maintain current stockpiles. Wider sweeping changes in the NPR were being considered, but were taken off the table after a nuclear arms control agreement was made with Russia. But to some, the agreement falls short in full comprehensive policy. Others call it a double standard.
Not everyone in this country is sold on nuclear elimination, and I think Senator Sam Nunn put it best when he said, nuclear zero should be kind of seen as the mountaintop, and sometimes you can't see the mountaintop and you don't know how you're going to get there. It doesn't mean we shouldn't keep moving up the mountain.
Secretary of Defense Robert Gates also said that the NPR served as a warning for nations that aren't willing to cooperate with the U.S.'s nuclear non-proliferation agenda.
We essentially carve out states like Iran and North Korea that are not in compliance with NPT. And basically, all options are on the table when it comes to countries in that category.
Iran maintains that its nuclear technologies are only for peaceful purposes. This week, President Obama signs a new strategic arms reduction treaty with Russia in Prague. Next week, he hosts a nuclear summit here that will include 40 heads of state. Colin Campbell, Washington.